This video will instruct you on how to prepare your ZAP-spiked media and targeting agent, and how to mix them together for the assay. The things that you will need are a well stand, which is optional, pipettes, cell media, well reservoir for the cell media, tips, microcentrifuge tubes, a 15 ml tube labeled ZAP media, your targeting agent, the plates containing the cells that you plated in the previous afternoon, and, of course, the ZAP antibody internalization kit. Begin by opening the kit and removing the ZAP product and placing that aside. Next, remove the well template. You will notice that columns 2 and 11 are marked for the controls. The first step is to label the microcentrifuge tubes 1 through 8. Then, transfer roughly 20 to 25 ml of cell media into your well reservoir. Next, take your tube labeled ZAP media and transfer 1.5 ml of cell media into this tube. Then, briefly vortex the ZAP product file and transfer the volume which was calculated according to the PDF instructions. Briefly vortex. Then, transfer 135 microliters of the ZAP media solution into tubes 2 through 8. Now, transfer 150 microliters to tube number 1. From tube number 1, remove the volume you calculated according to the PDF instructions. Briefly vortex the tube containing your targeting agent. Then, transfer the volume you calculated according to the PDF instructions and add it into tube number 1. Once added, vortex briefly. Perform serial dilutions by pipetting 15 microliters from tube 1 into tube number 2. Pipette up and down several times to mix. Vortex the tubes briefly. Repeat by pipetting 15 microliters from tube number 2 into tube number 3. Continue to repeat these steps through tube number 8. Now you're ready to add material to the plates. Begin by placing the well template underneath your plate. This will help you keep track of where you are adding the material. First, you'll add material to the control columns. Column 2 will contain cell media only, and column 11 will contain ZAP media. Start by adding 10 microliters of cell media to each of the 6 wells in column 2, labeled Cell Media Only. Next, take your vial labeled ZAP media and vortex briefly. Then, add 10 microliters into each of the 6 wells in column 11, labeled ZAP media only. Starting with tube number 8, vortex briefly, and add 10 microliters to each of the 6 wells of the column marked for tube number 8. Repeat this step for all the tubes. Once you've finished adding all the material to the plate, place the lid back onto the plate and return the plate to the incubator.